March of the Toy Soldiers is a perfect song to bring to your classroom in November or December as we're getting close to the holiday. And I love it because it is not political. We don't have to worry about it being religious with so many songs that are out there right now. So the Nutcracker is a great story to tell the kids. It involves imagination, which is wonderful to foster, but it also has amazing classical music. So we've got that piece. Now, in the March of the Toy Soldiers, what I like about it is really a song that tells a story. And when our brain is able to create connection and create patterns, we start to see those patterns, we stick with it longer. So just think about that. Anytime you've maybe had a song that has a recurring chorus, that keeps you going. And so this song does exactly that. So let's take a look at the March of the Toy Soldiers listening map. Now, usually I'll begin by showing kids this listening map, and in that I'll be able to identify the different characters that they'll be meeting throughout the song. So notice we've got 4 different characters. We've got the Nutcracker, the Mouse King, Godfather Drosselmeyer, and that beautiful Sugar Plum Fairy. Now the song goes along really well with it, so take a look at the notes because I've made sure to know exactly when each character's music plays. Now this is important because when you have the kids up and moving around after you've gone through the listening map, they're going to know when to do the different movements based on what character we're hearing and moving like. So now let's take a look at the cute little cards that you can print out. And if you want, you could add a popsicle stick or something to make it easy. But I've got the Nutcracker, followed by the Mouse King, and then of course Godfather Drosselmeyer, and the last one is the Sugar Plum Fairy. So what happens in the song is, again, I explain to the kids how we move for each one of these characters when we hear their music. So let's just go through that. So when we hear the Nutcracker, we're gonna march. Now I connect some words to it, and it's just words that have come over time, but I really think it helps kids find their beat and also to remember it. So I'll go like this: march like the Nutcracker, march, march, march. March like the Nutcracker, march, march, march. And then the next one is our mouse. And for the mouse, I just take my fingers on my arm and I say tiptoe, 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 tip. Tiptoe, 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 tip. It just gives them something to do when we're sitting down on the ground listening to the listening map. It's perfect. But then when we're up and moving, we're actually tiptoeing around the room. And then, as you'll notice in the listening map, out comes the Nutcracker again. And I let them know, oh, it's the Nutcracker. March like a Nutcracker, march, march, march. And then comes the Mouse King again, and we go back to tiptoeing. Then we hear Godfather Drosselmeyer. Now, what I really try to help children think about is that we're all pretending to move around. And when Godfather Drosselmeyer comes in, we don't want him to know that we've come to life. So we need to freeze like this. And we wait until the music indicates that Godfather Drosselmeyer has left. And again, you'll notice that in how I have shown in the listening map, and as well as how I've notated in the notes when each character comes back. But you'll also be able to hear it pretty quickly. And then the last character that really only gets a couple times for us to listen to is that lovely Sugar Plum Fairy. And when she comes out, we're gonna twirl or spin around. So that's what the kids always get excited about. Usually I don't play the entire song just because it gets a little bit long, but it will always depend on your kids and how they respond. So when you're going through it, just be watching them. If they're kind of getting tired of it, that might be a good time to end it. And then most likely they'll be asking for it later when we end it quickly like that, as opposed to letting it drag on, going the whole entire song. You might burn them out and then they won't be asking tomorrow to do it again. So we want to leave them wanting more every single time. So I hope that you have fun with March of the Toy Soldiers. It's a great way to introduce classical music, as well as bring a little bit of festive entertainment into your classroom in the December or holiday season, whenever you choose. So have fun with this one.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to check that subscribe button so you're always up to date on all of our new videos. Thank you again, and we'll see you soon.